Ladies, welcome back to the channel. You are in luck. Today we are running a 2-for-1 special, which means we're first going to be making a quick snack, which we can have anytime during the week, after school, after training, before training, whenever you're hungry. It is fantastically quick and unbelievably healthy. And then once we're done that, we're going to get right into a second dish to follow. So we're going to start things off with a little hummus. Now ladies, I don't know about you, but when I have hummus, there is nothing better than some freshly made hummus. And I'm not talking about the stuff that you buy that comes in a little container, is very expensive, who knows what's in it. Ladies, we can make hummus in 5 minutes flat, done. So when I eat hummus, there is nothing better than freshly made hummus on a nice warm piece of either pita bread or naan bread. And in the time that it takes to heat this bread up, this is just some plain naan bread. I'm gonna heat this up in the oven real quick. In the time that it takes to heat up this bread, we will have a fresh batch of hummus already made and ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm quickly just gonna wrap this up in a little bit of aluminum foil just to keep all the heat and the humidity inside. We're gonna turn this over, wrap it the other way, and there we are. And now all I'm going to do is put this into a preheated oven, 350 degrees, no more than that. You can do this with a countertop toaster oven as well. Works every time. So now, what I've done, I've got 2 tins of chickpeas that I basically just drained and rinsed with a little bit of cold water. These are just plain chickpeas directly out of the tin, 2 400 ml tins. And so this is really a double recipe. But I'm telling you, you make a little bit more than what you need, and you've got enough for the week to eat for snacks and whenever you need. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these directly into a food processor. Now I like my hummus nice and lemony. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze 3 lemons. Before I do that, I'm just going to cut them up. I've got my reamer. I'm going to strain these through a sieve because I want to catch all of those seeds. I don't want any of that in my hummus. Sometimes you get lemons that have a ton of seeds in them and your hummus will get a little bitter if you throw them in there. We're going to drain those out. So we just want to make sure we get all that juice out. There we are. This is a dish, ladies, that's high in protein, high in healthy fats, a ton of flavor, lots of vitamins, lots of minerals, all the good stuff. So what we'll do, squeeze these lemons. There we are. Getting lemons all over me. It's a good time, ladies. Good time all around. As you can tell, Coach Joe's starting to lose his voice, which means we know the holidays are over and soccer season's back. And there we are. We will go with one more. All right. Now, if you like it a little bit less lemony, you can go with 2 lemons instead of 3. I like it nice and lemony. There we are. And we're just going to make sure that we get all of the juice out. There we are. We can just leave this off to the side. I'm going to take my lemon juice and put it right in with my chickpeas. Now, what we're going to do, I've got a little bunch of parsley here that I've already washed well under cold water, stems and all. We're just going to put that right into the food processor. Food processor is going to do all the work for us. Now we've got 1 clove of garlic. Keep in mind, garlic's going to bring the funk to this recipe. Raw garlic is strong stuff. So 1 clove, 1 small clove is all we need. There we are. Now, as always, Coach Joe likes it a little spicy, so we have our standard chili pepper, which again, I've washed thoroughly under cold water. Now, to take the really aggressive heat out of the chili pepper, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right down the middle. There we are. And just with the tip of my knife, I'm going to take out all of these seeds and all of those ribs that are holding the seeds to the pepper, that's really where all the really aggressive heat is. There's a lot of flavor in a chili pepper, but this way we remove the really aggressive heat. There's still some heat in the pepper, but most of it has been removed. So we'll just give that a rough chop. We'll throw that into our food processor. And now there's a couple of things still to add. This is tahini. Tahini is essentially a sesame paste. So when you buy tahini and you open up the container, you may find that it separates. You've got the sesame paste at the bottom and a little bit of oil up top. Not to worry, it always separates as it sits. Just give it a quick stir with a spoon and it'll incorporate right back together again. So I'm gonna give this a quick pour of tahini. We're maybe looking at about half a cup in this instance. There we are. And I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper to season, and a little bit of olive oil as well. So we'll give this a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. And as we blend, I'm going to stream in a little olive oil. So once I have the lid to my food processor on, we're going to get that going. As it's mixing up, I've opened up the tube, and now I can just drizzle in my olive oil. There we are. Now what I'm looking for is a nice, smooth, creamy hummus. So we're going to let this go. Stop it for a sec, take the lid off. What we're going to do is we're then just going to scrape the sides down. We don't want any rogue chickpeas or any big pieces of parsley or anything else stuck to the side. We want everything to be uniform into one smooth, creamy consistency. We'll let that go for another 20 seconds. And then we will give that a quick taste. There we are. That's looking nice and smooth. We'll take off our lid. We'll just give that a quick taste. So that needs a little more pepper. And a little more salt. Put that lid back on. One final mix, and we are done. And there we are. Now to serve, what I like to do, get myself a nice bowl, pour it directly out of the food processor, right into my bowl. The parsley and the lemon juice just lighten it up, freshen it up, and that chili pepper just for a little bit of background heat. And there we are. We'll make a few waves across the top. And the reason for that, I like to take a little bit of olive oil at the end and just give that, there we are, just one final finish. And ladies, we are ready to go. I will get our naan out of the oven. We are ready to go. We'll just open that up. These naan will be nice and warm. And that, ladies, is a snack for any time of the day. Coming up shortly, we will have the second part to our doubleheader, so tune back in. You won't want to miss it.